Journalism is the practice or guarantees recording, verifying, and reporting on information of public importance. Though texts, journal doubts have been historically consistent, the particularities of the journalistic process have evolved as the ways information is collected. Disseminated and consumed have changed. Things like the invention of the printing press in the 15th century, the ratification of the First American in 1791, the completion of the first translated telegraph cable in the 1858. The first television presented debates in 1916 and more have broadened the way that journalists write. Today, journalists may perform a number of different roles. They still write traditional text-based pieces, but they may also film documentaries, record producers, create photos, AC help, run 24 hours TV broadcasts, and keep a news ad or feed via social media and the internet. Collectively, these various journalists may help members of the public learn what is happening in the world of the may makes information decisions. The most important difference between journalists and other forms on non-fiction writings is the idea of objectivity. Journalists are expected to keep an objective minutes and time-a-day interval socials. Research events and write and report the data stories. The stories should not add a premise there, but insert to information. That it's not to say you will never find an opinions in a newspaper. Journalism must be incredible, mindful of keeping subjectivity to pieces like editorials, columns, and the other opinion-based content.
Journalists devote most of their efforts to working with primary source, whereas a research paper or another non-fiction piece of writing might frequently consult an encyclopedia, a scholarly article, or another secondary or tertiary source. When a journalist is researching and writing their story, they will often interview a number of individuals, from politicians to the average citizen, to gain insight into what people have experienced and the quotes journalists collect drive and shape the stories. The purpose of a journalist is to give people the information they need to make better decisions. In other words, journalism is supposed to empower people. This definition implies that while journalists certainly inform, there is an assumption that it will sooner or later use the information to make a decision or engage in some kind of activity. Empowering the reader, this involves anticipating how the information may be used and what questions the reader might have about the issue or event. Often it's obvious and easy. A study that about an eclipse will almost certainly include where it can be seen and when. Questions and answers about other stories are more difficult. Political coverage, for example, focuses on the issue's personality or the campaign process. Often, however, stories leave out information the voters needs to make informed, as opposed to emotional judgments.